So there has been an eighth arrest in the case of Waham Babatunde. Some of you may remember this chap who was stabbed on the early hours of February the 15th outside a nightclub in Dublin city centre. And there have been a flurry of arrests since. Now the total rises to 8. And just as a reminder, Babatunde was a Nigerian who was previously residing in Italy. He had fled from Italy, facing deportation, rape allegations attached to him, came to Ireland, living in an iPass centre, trying to get qualified to be a security guard in Ireland, and then he was stabbed about a month ago. So before we get into this, just a big thanks to everyone that has joined the channel, and also a reminder that you can join the channel. There's a question and answer video for members only that's posted up every Wednesday night. There's another one coming tonight where we talk a little bit of peace when it comes to political issues, questions to do with what the future may hold, other things like that. So if you're interested in that, become a channel member and you too can get access to that feature. But let's get into this one here today. Quaham's next killer. There he is, by the way. That's the man that was stabbed, but that's not the man that did some of the assaulting. It's this chap here, number 8. Man kicked Quaham Babatunde in the head as he lay lifeless after being stabbed, a court was told. Bruno Tache, or Tache, whichever way you want to pronounce it, aged 20, is accused of being among the primary aggressors in the fracas, or the violent assault, that occurred on South Ann Street. And there he is, looking very happy with himself, with a nice little floral picture in the background. Beautiful picture, actually, but it doesn't show you any blood on his trainers or his fists, as he's been on the rampage in Dublin, allegedly. He kicked Babatunde in the head as he lay wounded and lifeless on the ground after being stabbed during a mass brawl in central Dublin, it's alleged. So he was among the primary aggressors when Babatunde, 34, a Nigerian asylum seeker, was fatally stabbed. He's the 8th man to be charged over the violence that erupted. I'm liking how they're actually describing this, what it is: an eruption of violence, a brawl, a mass brawl, a stabbing, not a public order offence or a disagreement between two groups of people. An eruption of violence. Judge Paula Murphy refused to grant him bail at Dublin District Court. Well done, Judge Paula Murphy. You've done the right thing here, keeping this thug inside. Although, having said that, he's been walking around free for, the last 5 or 6 weeks? What's he been getting up to in the meantime? Has he mended his ways? Has he repented? Has he seen the error of his ways and started becoming a choir boy? I don't know. But he's behind bars at the minute. He's remanded in custody. He lives in Balbriggan, County Dublin, part of the infamous Balbriggan crew, no doubt, charged with violent disorder and assault causing harm to Babatunde and another man called Angel Agaria. Angel Agaria. Does that mean he's going to serve extra time because he assaulted an angel? I don't know. Very interesting name this chap has. Angel Agaria, not a guardian angel, obviously, because Babatunde was killed. He was murdered. Objecting to bail, Garda John Kennedy also said on Valentine's night, Tache attended 22 nightclub with a group of associates, and they used a VIP booth. Nice at age 20 to be out partying at 2 o'clock in the morning, completely sozzled and off your head, in a VIP booth for this club. I can just about get a drive-through if I go to McDonald's, let alone getting a VIP booth in a club. But anyway, who am I? Tache was escorted outside by security because of his level of intoxication. As the club closed, a large number of people emptied onto the street where a large fight broke out and Babatunde was allegedly murdered. Well, he's dead. He was stabbed. He's dead. So, yeah, allegedly murdered. And a vast majority of the people there were innocent bystanders. I'm sure there were. There was a lot of people piling out from clubs and restaurants, being Valentine's night, trying to make their way home in peace, and then getting caught up in this massive eruption of violence, the street brawl in Dublin. And remember, Dublin's safe. Dublin's safe, according to Helen McEntee, but Jim O'Callaghan's came out and said some parts of Dublin are not safe at certain types of times of the day, and obviously this area is one of them. So he also punched an innocent bystander for no apparent reason as the man tried to get a bus home. He had been identified from CCTV. Garda Kennedy said it was a vicious incident of violent disorder, and Babatunde lost his life in an unprovoked attack by a group of men who showed a staggering propensity for violence. And many of these men, if you go back through the stories, have previous convictions for firearms offences and drug dealing and other things. And even the person that was stabbed has a background of sexual offences. Just an unholy mess, a lot of it. It was alleged Tache played a vital role in the violent disorder. Well, of course he did, allegedly. He also punched Angel Agaria, who was holding his hands in the air. Show he was no threat. Don't hit me, don't hit me. Here's a tip, right? If someone's coming at you aggressively and you put your hands up and ask them not to hit you, the chances are increased that they will hit you a dig, because they'll see that you're putting up no resistance at all. They're in a bad mood. They're vicious and aggressive. They're going to slap you. So don't hold your hands up. Please don't hit me. No comment. Garda Kennedy said the accused allegedly also punched a helpless unknown man 9 times in the head. 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not just once or twice, 9 times in the head in an unprovoked attack while he was covering his head in the fetal position. So he's very fond of attacking people on the ground, allegedly. 9 times in the head, punched this guy, and then kicked Babatunde in the head after he'd been stabbed, and he was on the deck too. What a lovely guy, huh? This Bruno is. Alleged that Babatunde was stabbed 3 times in the back by Ryan Ndede, then viciously attacked by the accused associates. One of Babatunde's friends, Adetola Adhektulim, came to his aid and was set upon and badly assaulted as well. Okay, so Adetola also was hospitalised after this. And there he is, the man himself, Waham Babatunde. He's the deceased. The deceased. The fight was allegedly instigated by Tache's group because of minor perceived slights. You know, you look at someone the wrong way, you sneeze maybe, you're going to get a kicking when it comes to some groups of people. These attacks were completely unprovoked and fueled by intoxicants, the Garda alleged. Of course, blame the booze, which doesn't help. Let's be honest, but you've got to have that propensity in you. You know, many's a time, I'm sure some of you lovely people have been heavily under the influence, heavily intoxicated, maybe had to be carried home, but you didn't go around stabbing people and kicking people in the head on your way home. I would say, at least most of you, I would hope, didn't or don't. Don't do it. Get into trouble. Maybe I'll do a report on some of you some of these days. Let's hope not. So bail has been denied. The lawyer, of course, tried to get his client off the hook. He said, well, he didn't do the stabbing. He didn't stab anybody. No, he didn't. But he kicked the guy who was stabbed in the head. He punched another guy in the head 9 times. He assaulted people, innocent bystanders trying to get home. So he should not be on the streets. Tache's father was in court to support him, and his family could offer $3,500 for bail. That's pretty cheap to keep this hooligan, alleged hooligan, on the streets. Also, he said he was prepared to abide by conditions, but Judge Murphy said states concerns raised by the state were well founded. She refused bail. Round of applause for Judge Murphy. And just in summary, recap on this case. So Tache has not yet indicated a plea. 7 other co-accused have already come before the courts. So here's the rogues gallery. Ryan Ndede, charged with Babatunde's murder. Jeffrey Bangu, age 21. Rory Carr, age 21. John Eghomwanre, age 23. Faraj Odokuya, age 19. All these young men now, what a great future they have in front of them. So far, peppered with violence, murder and death. accused of assaulting Babatunde and his friend, while Bangu is further charged with brandishing a knife. Bakwani Diavisi, no doubt Dublin man. He's a Dublin man, maybe he's a Galway man, charged with assault causing harm to another man. And Sean Ford, there's the outlier, charged with one count of violent disorder. Sean, come on. You're letting the side down here, son. But we don't know anything much about Sean apart from his name. So there you have it. Number 8. 8 of these people have now been arrested in conjunction with this man's death. And the thing is, between the murder and the time that they were all collared and pinched, they've been walking around free to do whatever they want. I'm not saying they've done anything, I don't know. But what I'm saying is when they have that level of propensity for violence and they're allowed to walk the streets, what else could they have done in the meantime? What else? What other criminal activities could they have been getting up to? I don't know. But we're going to find out if this thing goes to trial, because it could be split between the north and the south. One of them's being taken care of by the PSNI, the other squatter being taken care of by the guards. So it's a real mess, as you would expect, and just one of many incidents of this type. So if you like this content, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. You'll get a little ping on your phone or your device of choice whenever I decide to upload another video. Aren't you lucky? You'll be notified immediately. And consider joining the channel. New question and answer upload video will be on the way tonight for channel members. But for now, I'm Rick Munn. No risk, no reward. Over and out.